Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nixibel here, back with another Roblox video. So in today's video, I'll just be showing you guys how I make my Roblox thumbnails on Pixlr. If you guys would like a mobile version, let me know in the comments down below and get this video to 8 likes. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So you guys firstly open up Pixlr, and as you guys can see, it shows all the thumbnails I've made in the past, and this is going to be the thumbnail for this video. So that's just a little sneak peek of what you guys are going to be able to make. So guys, now you're going to click on Web 7070p, and then make sure it's on that because that's the size. Name the name whatever you want it to be. I'm going to name it tutorial because this video is a tutorial. You guys can choose whether or not you want to have a background, but I'm not going to have a background. So guys, now you're left with this like transparent screen. What you want to do is kick off a bucket, then make sure you can have whatever color you want. You can choose pink, white, or whatever color you want, and choose it as your background. Go to filter, details, blur, and you can make it as blurry as you want. It just depends on what you like. So now you want to add your overlay. I'll leave down below the link to the waves that I got, because many of you guys have been asking where I get my sun waves from, and I'll have that all linked down below. So guys, now my waves have appeared. I want to lower the transparency as it's too in the face for me. You guys can keep it to 100, or you can make it as low as you want. So what you guys want to do now is, once you're happy with that, add your GFX. So I've added my GFX. I'm going to resize it to how big or how small I want. You guys can choose. If you guys will make an Adopt Me video, you can do an Adopt Me background and just do the same steps. So I've got my GFX right here that I just made on Blender. And what you want to do now is go to filter right over here. Then you want to go to outline, and you guys can honestly make that outline as bulky as you want. I don't want mine too bulky. I like mine just like a fair size. So I think somewhere between 9 and 11 would be a good size for an outline. Now you're going to apply it. Now we're going to do that cool second outline thing that you guys have probably seen some YouTubers do. So you're going to add a second outline, choose the same color as your default background, and lower the size to around 3, and then add a bit of pop to your character. I'm going to try and make the color be the same as the one as my default background, so I'm going to do that right now. Alright guys, so I've finished doing that. You guys, this is optional. You guys can add an outer glow, just to add a glow to your character. I'd recommend having it small, not too big, because you don't want it to be so in your face. You just want it to be subtle. So guys, after you do that, you guys, this is optional as well. You guys can add a drop shadow. It's going to make it pop out even more, and you guys can even change the color of the drop shadow to whatever color you want it to be, so it kind of matches the vibe you're going for. But I decided not to add a drop shadow because that's my personal preference. So I've done that. I'm pretty happy with it. Now we're going to add the text. So guys, you guys have been asking how I add gradients. I'll leave a link in the description on how to do gradients, because the video would be so long if I just ranted on about, not rant, but talk about how I did my gradients. So I'll have a tutorial linked down below so you guys can do that, and I'll be right back when I do the gradient. So guys, as you guys can see, I've finished the gradient. I'm pretty happy with it. So to add that cool effect, I'm going to add an inner glow. I don't want to make it too big or too small. I recommend doing it to the size I did, and I'm going to make a dark pink color to blend in with the color I've chosen. This is going to make it more realistic, not realistic, but make it pop out more. And guys, just follow the steps that I'm doing. Now after that, you want to go to filter and add an outline to your text. I want to make it white, and we're going to do the same thing that we did to the GFX. We're going to add a second outline, which is going to be super duper cool. I'm pretty happy with my outline, and you guys can resize it as well. By the way, the gradient, the whatever you guys want to do is option. This is my style, but you guys can add a second outline. But if you guys are happy with the first outline, you guys don't have to do what I just did. So I finished doing the side. I think that the pink is not as bold as I want it to be, so I'll be right back once I've chosen it. So as you guys can see, I've finished doing all the text I needed to do on my thumbnail. I've added an outline of a second outline, and I'm pretty much happy with it. So now I'm gonna add that like butterfly thing that you guys have like seen on my previous thumbnails. So I'm gonna add it in right now by going to image, and I'm gonna add to overlay. Once again, for butterfly PNG will be linked down below so you guys can use it. So guys, the butterflies here, I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna add it on top of any of my text. This just gives me such a girly vibe, but you guys don't have to do the pink color. You guys can honestly do whatever color you guys want. You guys don't have to do like a plain background. You guys can add a Adopt Me background or whatever game you're doing. That's honestly your choice. Now you guys can see I'm just making the butterfly stand out more by adding an inner glow. This is just going to really help it out. So guys, once you're done, you're going to go to File, Save, make sure the quality is on high, and make sure not to do a JPG. Because that's not the ones you use for thumbnails. And once you're ready, you want to click on download, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, that's pretty much how I make my thumbnails.